We've been working for quite some years now on how we can sort of develop as a place for people and make it more inclusive and accessible and equitable. It's not just an issue today, it's something that's been an issue throughout time. And we're quite lucky that we've got a character that talked openly about her disability and actually did something about it as well.
Cecilia Strickland was a pioneer in terms of accessibility. She realised she couldn't access her home, so she figured out a way to access her home and make it work for her, that she could still enjoy her beautiful garden and still enjoy her family home and be part of the family.
This shows that this isn't a new problem for disabled people, that access and feeling included has been something that has been around for a very long time.
I think the whole idea of Cecilia as a sort of really key character for Sizer started for me back in 2018 when we kind of uncovered and did a lot of research into her correspondence and the letters that she was writing and receiving. I felt like I really got to know Cecilia as a person, you know, it's in her words, and it was an amazing reflection of life at Sizer at that time and a lot of her struggles. From there, we learnt more about the ramp outside and what that meant to her as well, to be able to enjoy Sizer and the gardens. And it really comes across in her letters how delighted she was. It was a massive thing that she could now explore the gardens and have this entire floor of the house accessible to her, linking all of the areas.
After Cecilia passed away, it's kind of naturally moved into a flower bed and it's kind of been lost in time.
So here at Sizer, obviously a historic house, and access is always difficult in properties like this.
Currently, those with any mobility disabilities or challenges, anyone that might struggle with stairs, can only access a small proportion of this house.
One of the hardest things is to see when a family has to be separated because maybe somebody isn't able to get up those steps. If we can put something in place that actually enables them to be able to enjoy it, then we should be doing that.
Reinstating this ramp is going to enable so many more disabled people to access the first floor of this amazing place.
Now it's actually an opportunity to tie those historical narratives and bring them back into something that's really relevant today. To be able to get to this point, we're very thankful that we had a legacy donation from John Gordon Cooper. The money that they left us meant that we were able to get all the architectural drawings, all the designs, all the plans done. It's quite a large infrastructure project to enable full access to the gardens, but also quite significantly to the first floor of a Grade 1 listed building.
Developing accessibility and accessible routes within a protected landscape like the Lake District does have its challenges. We want to make sure that whatever we do is in keeping with the landscape and with the heritage of the area. Obviously, we've got a lot of history. It's a World Heritage Site as well as being a national park. So it's really important that we're sensitive to that, yet at the same time ensuring that everyone has that inclusive access.
So this is quite a unique project. What the team here are trying to do is huge, but really, really important.
Having the ramp opens up the entire middle floor of this house. So we're talking about the upper hall, dining room, the drawing room, this room here, and the Queen's room. That opens up 9 rooms that otherwise would be completely inaccessible.
It is so worthwhile because it benefits so many people, not just disabled people, but their families and the wider community.
Sizer is an organisation that is really pushing the boundaries of accessibility and really trying to be accessible in every way. They've had a masters group do research reports for them this summer, so they're continually working on their accessibility practice, and they really are setting the standard, I would say, across the Northwest for good accessible practice.
I think it's wonderful that the National Trust are uncovering and unsilencing this forgotten history in some ways of Cecilia Strickland, and in doing so they're representing and raising awareness of disabled people, not just today but throughout history.
To continue the project, the next phase is funding it. The total project cost will be approximately about £500,000, and for us to be able to do this kind of project, we do rely on various different funders. We only tend to get sort of 50% of that funding, and so the next 50% that we would need to kind of raise ourselves. Our next phase will be looking for where that support might come from, and that can be anybody.
You can donate towards getting the ramp reinstated, and by contributing and by helping us to resource this project, you could really be improving the lives of so many different people and their families and their friends.
For some disabled people, their world is really small. And actually what we're trying to do here is really open out spaces and really make places like this accessible for everyone.